G'day guys, I'm just heading into a part of state forest near Dalesford. Anyone who knows the area knows where I'm talking about. And look, this is the first video and there's going to be a lot of people that get the shits on because I'm giving the greenies what they want. But this shit needs to be shown, and people responsible need to take a long hard look at themselves and realise they're screwing it up for everyone else. And I'm not just talking about the guys that come in here hunting, the guys that come in here four-wheel driving, and I'm not having a go at four-wheel drivers because I know there's a lot of blokes that come four-wheel driving through here that have respect and have a brain in their head and do the right thing. Not having a go at prospectors, miners, campers, motorbike riders, no one in particular, just a certain group of mindless, I'll watch me language because it is YouTube after all, but you can imagine what I'm going to say, so I won't. But anyway, I'll go in and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okie doke, back again. Now, I've just pulled into this area which I want to highlight. And the point I was coming in here to make is proven that, you know, they'll make you get a license to drive a car, license to ride a motorbike, license to have firearms, but they'll let any degenerate, brainless F-wit breed. Now have a look at the destruction that these people do to what I consider one of the most beautiful parts of the Victorian countryside, and a part of the country that's accessible to us all. And this sort of shit keeps going, and none of us will be allowed to use it. Now bear with me, I'll just swap the camera around so you can actually see this. And trust me, this is only a small part of it. Now this is a campsite that's open to everyone. And you're surrounded by natural bush, native wildlife, and these dickheads are doing this. Righty. Have a look at this. Four-wheel drives, or dickheads with four-wheel drives, tearing the shit out of the place. Now that's only a small part of it. The part I wanted to show you is down the bottom of where I've just shown you. And if you think this disrespect is bad, wait till you see this crap. Now, not only are they doing this shit, they're leaving their rubbish lying around. Anyone with any brains picks their rubbish up, takes it with them. It's not that hard. Everyone that's ever drawn a breath has a rubbish bag at home. One rubbish bag. Come up here for a couple of nights, you're not going to fill it. The local councils and stuff, they don't mind you putting it in their bins. Just take it out of the goddamn bush. Anyway, I'll go down the bottom and I'll show you what I'm on about. I haven't even got down the bottom And I've got to show you this. This shit is getting worse. Now, as you can see, I'll turn the camera around. I'm on the track. I'm in four-wheel drive. Alright? But have a look to the side. Have a look at what these dickheads have chosen to do. And that's only happened recently, because it wasn't like that a couple of days ago. Now, I don't know what those people are thinking, but if that's your idea of fun, you need to take a long, hard look at yourself. Seriously, what does that serve? What sort of enjoyment can you get? I understand there's guys out there that want to go four-wheel driving. Yeah, there's designated tracks for that. But for Christ's sake, these idiots, I'm not saying it's the same blokes, these idiots just think this is a big joke. This belongs to the Australian public, the Victorian public. And Wombat State Forest is one of the biggest tourist attractions in the region. And these wankers are doing shit like that to it. They might turn around and go, who cares? Well, I care. There's a lot of other people out there that like the bush and want to be able to use it. And you dickheads are going to get it shut down. Anyway, back to the main issue. Show you what these clowns have done to it's basically a lower section of this campground that was exactly like it is up there. Nice, flat, grassed area. Anyway, I'll show you. You can make your own mind up. Alright, I've just had to park the car because I don't want to be guilty of innocently doing what these clowns have. But have a look at this shit. Now, I've been down there and watched these ruts grow over the last 4 or 5 years or more. And I've informed parks and local powers that be about this, and nothing's been done. Now those ruts at this point in time are about 3.5, 4 foot deep. Pardon the shaking, it's absolutely freezing here. Now, this is a campground. It's not a designated four-wheel drive spot. But have a look at this shit. Now, it's not just the fact that they're doing that to the grassland and, you know, native wildlife's habitat, but they've also left broken bottles, bits of sharp steel in those ruts. There's all sorts of crap in there. Now, I think it's about time the Victorian government gave Parks and Wildlife and DEWLP the powers to ban these idiots from any of our bush, because they've obviously got no respect They obviously don't care. So even at the point up the top there, I caught some motorbike riders. Now, not all of them are guilty, but these idiots camped here overnight. Now, as you can see, this bush in dry weather would go up like all get out. These idiots camped here overnight. They had their fire, nothing against that. But what they did, they took their motorbikes off their utes, got their gear on, sat there, let their bikes warm up, and they buggered off. Now, there was about 4 or 5 of them. Not one of them even gave a second thought to putting the damn fire out. They buggered off. And I was in here just looking around for sign of pest animals and, you know, just doing my thing, just walking the bush. These idiots left that fire going. They were gone for an hour before I walked down here, grabbed some water out of those ruts, took it up there, and put the fire out. And I made sure I drowned it. Now, if I hadn't have done that, this would all be levelled. Because it was that dry, it wouldn't have taken much for it to go up. And that's the sort of mindless crap that's getting done in a spot that I think is absolutely gorgeous. And these idiots are doing this to it. It's bad enough the Victorian government has signed off on letting for profit a company get a mining lease in Wombat State Forest that's taken over a fair package of it, and they're just going to strip mine it. Strip mine, but they're basically going to bulldoze. Don't quote me on the package size, but it's something like 44, I think, something like that, 44,000 hectares. But if you Google Wombat mining lease, you'll see the details. Now, the government chose to not consult the Victorian public and the taxpayers, the ones that pay the bill to maintain this bush. The ones that pay for the work that's done on the tracks in here. Now, this bush belongs to the Victorian public, the Australian public. And the powers that be have just gone and handed this licence to a mining company without consulting any of us. I'm no greenie by any stretch of the imagination, but when it comes to mining a part of the bush that's pristine, here for the enjoyment of everyone, but yet the government chooses to turn the Otways into a national park when it's surrounded by towns that just release domesticated cats and other animals, dogs, what have you, and choose to let them run riot And the blokes like me who want to go out and control the pest animals for the sake of Australian native wildlife aren't allowed to, because the government's got a stick up its butt and doesn't consult the general public. But yet they want to criticise us, and the greenies want to criticise us. Grow a brain. The government is here to govern on behalf and represent the Victorian public. Do your job. Don't treat us like we're just your minions, because there'll come a time where the people will get sick of it and none of you will have jobs. Anyway, that's my little rant over. Don't know how many videos I'm going to put up, but hopefully there's more on a more positive nature. But, yeah. Get onto your local government. Get onto your local member, whoever you have to. Try and get this shit stopped. Parks and Wildlife, pull your fingers out of your asses. Put some cameras up here and stop this crap. He's put cameras in, you spend God knows how many millions trying to catch some phantom black cat. But yet you can't spend a couple of $1,000s to put cameras in to stop this sort of crap. Wankers.